Good morning, everybody. Today I'm at Ridley Creek State Park. We had our first little bit of snow here in the, I'd say, southeastern Pennsylvania region. So I'm really excited to go out and hike a snowy trail. Now, the area of the park I'm going to be hiking today is open to archery hunting. So I've just kind of improvised and put my orange hunting vest over my hiking pack just so I can be seen today. All right, so let's talk about the weather here. It is 25 degrees. We've got some wind chills today. It's gonna make it feel in the teens, but it is sunny and I really wanted to get out and try one of my new Christmas toys. So I got a pair of Yaktrax. So these are to give you better grip in the ice and the snow. They just go over your boot, your sneaker, whatever you're wearing. So I'll show you these really briefly. I also have some hot hands with me to put in with my mitten to keep my hands a little warmer today. So far, I'm pretty impressed with the Yaktrax. So this is not a sponsored video or anything like that. This was a Christmas gift that I got. And I believe these are about $12. So they're pretty inexpensive, but they really can change the grip of your boots or your sneakers or whatever footwear you're wearing when things are slick and snowy and icy. It seems like an awfully long way away, but we've already started planning some adventures for 2025. So it's January now, but in April, on my birthday, one of the things I really wanted to do this year was go to Shenandoah, and we've been there, gosh, 2 or 3 different times, but the one thing we've never been able to do is hike Old Rag Mountain. So I know you have to acquire a permit for that. So we're making plans for my birthday. It's probably just gonna be my husband and I. We're gonna go and do that hike, so I'm really looking forward to that. Stuff like this carving, it just drives me crazy. So another thing we have on our plan this year is we're gonna go out to Oregon and visit Crater Lake. We're excited to go out to Oregon. I've never been, it looks beautiful. So we are just following Orange Trail here. Now, if you come to Ridley Creek and you want a less crowded trail, the Orange Trail is your spot. It's a favorite of mine. The creek views are beautiful. It's always quiet here. So this year is a little bit of a transition year for us because our daughter, our oldest child, she's gonna go to college next year. And at this point she's applied, she's gotten a couple acceptances, still waiting on some that won't come in till March. But we just kind of don't know where she's gonna go. So it will definitely be exciting to see my daughter go through her high school graduation and see where she ends up for college. She wants to become an engineer. So she's known this since like middle school. She's super passionate about science and math and engineering. So I think it'll be a good fit for her. From a like trip planning, travel perspective, it makes it super hard to plan things because we just don't know what school she's going to go to, what her breaks are going to be like. So we're a little bit in flux, but it's a good thing. We're excited for her and we'll see where she goes. She is looking at some schools on the other side of the state. So I keep teasing her. I said, I'm going to come out and I'm going to do some hikes near you. I'm going to come visit you, go hiking. She didn't seem that enthused about that. Fallen tree there, huge root ball with it. It really is so beautiful looking. It's interesting that a big portion of the creek is frozen over, at least on the top. You can see there's just this little bit that's still flowing. One of the things that I love coming out on a snowy day is I feel like the snow just kind of blankets the sound and you have that true quiet out here. There's no one else out here. I saw one car, but I haven't seen the person, so I'm not disturbing anybody talking to the camera, but just the only thing you hear is the sound of the wind, a couple birds, geese flying overhead, but it's just so quiet, and I love that about a snowy day. So I'm now in an area where I've seen a lot of signs that hunting is not allowed, so I've taken off my orange vest. The cold is absolutely killing my GoPro batteries. I'm on my 3rd battery. It is just so cold today. I always try to keep them like close to my body or in my pack where it's warmer, because the cold really does a number on them. But once they're in the camera, I find they just, I don't know, they go so fast in the winter. It's always kind of a pretty scene to look up at the bare trees in the winter. The orange trail runs opposite the creek from the multi-use trail. So you can see over there, there's the multi-use trail. Nobody really on it today, as I would expect, because I don't believe they plow that. So that would be some tough conditions to run on. Or so I mentioned these in my what to wear for winter hiking video. So I absolutely love these. I know it looks kind of ridiculous, a mitten for an adult, but these are the Smitten by Trailheads. And what I love about them is these flip up into a fingerless glove. When I film, when I need to get stuff out of my hiking pack, when I want to use my cell phone, these are ideal. And I find that compared to gloves, keeping your fingers close together like this helps keep your hands warmer. And then like right now I have a hot hands in the Smitten right now, but it really works out well. So I don't know how it is for all of you, but for me, the holidays are kind of distracting. I don't really mind the early nights, the darkness, kind of the winter, because you've got the holiday fun. But now that the holidays are over, this is the stretch of winter that is hardest for me. February, March, you're just waiting for spring. It can just be so brutally cold and snowy. And I just find that something that really helps me is to push myself and get outside. And I don't know how it is for you guys, but that is definitely the most difficult period of the winter and the year for me, when I just love being outside, and the conditions sometimes just make it brutal and impossible to do so. But I have to just remember to keep pushing myself to do that. Alrighty, so at this point, the trail is going to head up the mountain and we're going to start turning away from the creek. So this is where I said I didn't care as much about filming if the GoPro battery dies. So far, I still have a full charge on my 3rd battery, so let's go. Alrighty, so I want to make sure that I film an ending before my GoPro battery dies. But thank you so much for coming along with me to Ridley Creek State Park. Like I mentioned, this is the Orange Trail, and I hope you enjoyed seeing the beautiful snowy scenery. Stay warm, guys. See you later. Bye.